all the Google account users readily available, having certain limitations. Now, let's coming to the second. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes, yes.
first we, I presume everybody having some or other kind of, tech acquaintance, technology acquaintance. So we all must be using in our daily life, email, internet, so on and so forth. So let's not comparing at each and every other fingers. However, we are just, giving the essence of comparison between Google's very own product. That's Google Gmail, that's Google free account vis-a-vis G Suite. So G Suite is primarily and predominantly, as I mentioned, set of tools bundled together. So what is the difference between free Gmail account vis-a-vis G Suite account? First is capacity. Can anybody tell me what is the capacity available in free Google account?
15 GB.
50.
10 GB, 1.5.
Yes.
I would request everyone to put it onto the chat box.
15 GB.
15 GB.
Perfect. Fantastic. And what's the capacity available to G Suite?
2 TB.
No.
2 TB.
No.
So it's also 15 GB maybe.
100 GB.
No, not unlimited.
2 TB.
No.
100 GB.
No.
1 TB, 1 TB.
No.
Unlimited.
No.
Unlimited.
No. We are talking.
25 GB.
Sorry. Yes. Who's there?
25 GB.
No, you are near to that. Kinjal. 30 GB.
Yeah, I'm Kinjal.
30.
Okay.
Here at G Suite, it has different editions. So there are 3 editions of it. First is G Suite Basic. Second is G Suite Business. Third is G Suite Enterprise. And here I am referring to G Suite Basic. All right. Now, going down to the second difference of it, that is attachment difference. In do anybody tell me how much attachment allowed by Google or Gmail?
8 or 8.
8 what?
8 attachment.
No, I'm talking about in terms of attachment capacity.
20 MB.
20 MB. No. Can you put up your responses onto chat box, please? Perfect. Who's that? Falguni, Paleja. Falguni, cheers. Fantastic. And what is the limitation available into G Suite Basic then? Let me put it in very simple term so that everybody you can remember. If somebody makes you wake up from a deep sleep and slap you across, still you will remember. So the difference between Gmail free account, first is attachment, first is the capacity, 15 GB, which gets exactly double by 30 GB for G Suite Basic. Second is attachment, 25 MB, that gets exactly double when it comes to attachment in G Suite Basic. That's 50 MB, 50. Then third is the customization. In Gmail, this sign out screen, which we have in place, that is having something like signing out button with the Google logo and a lot of other things which can be getting customized for G Suite, which is not at all possible into Gmail version of it. Fourth is The very much crystal clear difference is in Gmail, you may have your name at gmail.com. Whereas in G Suite, you will have your name at yourdomain.com. Fifth is Gmail having advertisements embedded in it, whereas G Suite is absolutely no advertisements out there. So all in all, we can call it as a business class email service. And sixth is safety security deployment. On Gmail, you don't have any control in terms of check, track, and control mechanism, which can be very well built on top of G Suite as a platform. All right. So till now, you may have any XYZ queries. Just jot it down with yourself. Later on, we'll start addressing each and every query of yours. If I may be having answers of it, then I can straight away give you the answers. Otherwise, you can shoot it across over an email. Perfect. Now let's go on to the second thing. That's Google Docs. Many of us, we are very much accustomed with Microsoft Word because that has been taught to all of us right from the childhood. If I ask somebody that this is a letter you need to type across, so first and foremost thing you'll come to know, or you may come up to your mind is, let's have let's have Microsoft Word, let's type it, print it, send it. Correct me if I'm wrong. However, having said that, Microsoft Word is not the end of the world. So there are plenty of options available in place so that you can have, I mean, it's a basic human instinct wherein we start comparing our very own fingers with others. So that's where the things lies, and that's where, as I mentioned on this particular slide, is Google Docs equals to Microsoft Word. So whatever things you can do into Microsoft Word, that can be possible in Google Docs. Simple? So,
Yes.
Yes, please. Somebody is there. Okay, so this is simply a word processing tool bundled together with G Suite. It's integrated, having no extra cost. Whereas if you look at Microsoft Office, humongous cost, I'm talking about Microsoft Office license cost. And this is something which is readily available. You just need to click on the checkered icon available out there in near to your sign out button, and you can have Google Docs out there. So some icon like this blue page having the lining in it. Now let's go to the third tool. Sorry, this is, third tool. First is email, that's Gmail where we have talked about. Second is Google Docs, and third is Google Sheets. Google Sheets equals to Microsoft Excel. If you may have plenty of numerical data and you want to play with it, so to have maximum calculation out of it, you want to apply some formulas to it, derive some results out of it. And then, of course, last but not least, not limited with it, you want to have the real-time, right? So that is very well possible. And by the way, this real-time collaboration for which Google is pioneered all about. Because I am a wholesome techie guy, worked for almost 18-19 years into technology field. I was working out there at Mumbai with companies like OTC Exchange, ICICI Bank, Royal Bank of Scotland, all into data center management. There we were having a lot of, somebody you may find when it comes to Microsoft file and print server. So you may have encountered sharing violation. The file which has been opened or the data set which has been opened by one person, that file and print server will not allow other person to open it and work on it. So that's where Google has introduced this real-time collaboration as a technology, and Google is pioneering that. Next, let us look at the fourth tool which is available to all of us in free Google account as well and into G Suite as well. That's Google Slides. Google Slides simply means when we are, as I mentioned you, it's a human instinct and human always compare something with some other thing. So that's where the comparison lies, like Google Slides equals to Microsoft PowerPoint. So Microsoft PowerPoint, it would be useful for what? Text, graphics, video presentation, and by the way, it's real time, readily available, and no extra cost. All right. The next tool is any sort of, you may have activity or your business or your any sort of organizational activity, because what we all have is master into our business processes. So somebody would have a finance guy, some other would be doing some insurance work. So each and everybody would have carrying their own expertise of or own set of skills. Using this readily available tools, we all are generating, or rather using these G Suite tools, we all are start generating a lot of data. Where will you keep it? So the big question mark, that can be kept onto your Google Drive. So Google Drive is available to all the users in terms of free Gmail account as well as G Suite users as well. So this storage of data would be useful for later on sharing with other people within the organization or outside the organization. Then there is something called device independence. So you need not to store those data onto your mobile phone, laptop, desktop, or hard drives or anything like that. So depending upon your Google Drive capacity, you can store up to that amount of data out there. So that's how it is easy, speedy, fast, swift, secure, and using Google Drive, you can very well eliminate the system admin task. So what is the system admin task? System admin would generally be sitting in the data center or in the server rooms and granting and revoking the access. That's it. So that task or that empowerment has been passed on to the user. That's you people. So that's how Google is really differentiated in terms of technological empowerment. Now let's talk about another tool, that's Google Chat. Google Chat is readily available.
Sorry, that somebody somebody is using presentation. Rohitasha saying, kindly please stop presentation. Thank you. Over.
Rohitash Singh, please stop the presentation. Rohitash Singh.
Rohitash, you have to press the stop and 3 button. Kindly press the 3 dots on the right top of your screen. 3 dots on.
Remove the presentation, I guess. You can remove the presentation.
Rohitash, are you there? Please.
Does my screen available? Shall I proceed?
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
Wait.
No.
Wait, sir. Because that.
Start.
Otherwise, you just leave them and redo in Rohitash.
Yeah.
Proceed, please.
Yeah.
You can proceed now.
Now,
Yes.
now continue. Yeah.
Now continue.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. Now,
Welcome.
this tool is all about having the textual chat readily available out there within.
Sir, you are visible. Your screen is not visible.
The presentation
Yes,
is
sir.
not
Yes,
visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Kindly check.
Screen
All
is
right.
not visible.
Just give me a second. Give me a second, please.
Yeah, sure.
Stop the sharing and once again share it. Is it available now?
Yeah, now it's
yes,
okay.
Yes, it's visible
Yes,
now.
yes.
So we are talking about now another tool is Google Chat, readily available, textual chat. And the beauty of Google Chat is it is getting preserved inside your inbox. So what is the usefulness of it? Can somebody tell me what could be the usefulness of this shared conversation, which is getting integrated inside your inbox? How it could be useful later on? Any quick idea? Let me give you a quick example of it. I may have to give $5,000 to Mr. Naresh, and I had a chat, which is a Google chat. I've used this particular tool that, hey, Mr. Naresh, I need to give you away $5,000, which I'll give you day before, day after tomorrow. And then I forget it. Afterward, some issue or some, things happened between me and Mr. Naresh. So at the time of the compliance in future, he can very well pull up the text, which is text communication, that's Google Chat communication, happen onto Google Chat within his inbox. And with his having said that, those things has been mentioned by me on so-and-so date in this Google Chat. So that's how it could be useful. Say, for example, in some legal matters, then what could be another example? Some finance or accounting purpose. So that's how it can be useful for compliance matters, which is available, having no extra hardware or any software to be required, readily available, and you can have Google Chat in a real-time mode. Then there is something called Google Hangout. Google Hangout is meant for text and video, both the materials, like both the communication conversation channel. However, it's limited up to 10 people. In free vis-a-vis G Suite. Whole lot of other advantages, no hardware, software, and plus vis-a-vis it's integrated and available. Now this is the wonderful tool which Google has introduced, I would say, since last quarter or so. That's Google Meet. Google Meet is a video conferencing tool which is cheap, easy, and available. I need to say cheap because earlier, if you may have experience about those video conferencing tools and platforms, be it Polygon, be it Cisco, be it Avaya, it requires whole lot of hardware material vis-a-vis the connectivity and then the setup cost. So that's how Google has made those things very cheap, easy and available, integrated with Google G Suite. Google G Suite not only limited with Google G Suite, now it's available for a limited set of functionality at normal free Gmail account as well. Having said that, it is having functionality of having meetings and call one-to-one and one-to-many. The current call which is happening onto Google Meet is a platform in which I and we all are connected on the same platform, having this virtual meeting room created by Tejal ma'am in the past, and it's been shared with all of us so that you can be able to log into that. By having said that, we are eliminating a lot of traveling costs and a lot of hectics and a lot of fuss. See, for example, I may be having a meeting with somebody sitting across at Ahmedabad or maybe San Francisco. Just for a couple of hours meeting, I need to travel down to that particular location, meeting to that particular person, and then coming back to my location. So a lot of travel, a lot of hectic cost, as well as a lot of hectic activities. So that is getting eliminated on this particular platform. The next is Google Forms. Google Forms is ready to use, easy to use. Any simple person can start creating Google Forms for what? Having customer feedbacks, surveys, auto responses, collection in simple form like Google Sheets. Google Sheets is kind of a readily available summary for your set of feedback responses or your customer responses in place. And by the way, it can happen into real time. So for example, post this webinar, I have shared across a form link. I hope Tejal ma'am would have checked it. And the moment you start filling in those feedback form, the moment you click on submit, it comes to the organizer or the creator of the form or the form to which it's been shared across, and it happens into real time. You can see the responses coming in. So that's the beauty of the real time. Then the next tool is Google Calendar. Google Calendar is useful for what? Having our meetings, events, schedules, birthdays, anniversaries to be configured or to be saved or to be, published onto that particular tool or platform. Having said that, you can very well set up reminders. So reminders is something called notifications, which is available out there inside your Google Calendar. So as of now, what we all are following is the nomenclature of the futuristic event, which we have scheduled today. Maybe just give me a second. We may have scheduled a meeting on the 31st of May, right on today. So we can have the auto reminders, which has been called as in notifications, a day before notification, an hour before notification, 10 minutes before notification, in terms of an email notification or email reminder to that particular user's inbox. Vis-a-vis, if that Google ID would have been configured onto their devices, be it their mobile phones, be it their tablet, so that it generates automatic reminder and pops it up onto their screen. So that's how it is compatible to any set of devices. laptop, desktop, mobile phones, anything like that. Now next tool is the Google Drawings. Google Drawings, you can call it as an extension of Microsoft Paint. Some people call it as in Microsoft Paint because it's available as an online canvas on which you can draw, you can create your posters, you can create your banners, you can create your, oh, by the way, that's the social media posts. Is that wonderful? Just try to explore this particular platform by firing the URL, that's drawings.google.com. It's easy to use, available, and you can create amazing banners, amazing collages as well, and publish it to any kind of platform. By the way, you can download those creations into various well-known formats like PDF, JPEG, PNG, and SVG to publish it to various platforms. Now, having said that, the another tool is Google Slides. Google Sites. Google Sites is very much useful for those who wants to create their websites without coding, without having deep dive inside HTML or Java or PHP, right? And it can be intranet sites, it can be an internet site. When having said that, internet site needs to connect with your domain. That's something.com, something.net, something.in, which does not require any expert knowledge. You just need to plug and play out there. And that's how it is speedy and easy to have your business sites ready in minutes and published it to your set of customers. Now let's go on to the next tool, that is Google YouTube. YouTube is online video platform wherein you can upload, edit, trim, play, and do whole rough things inside your YouTube studio. By the way, not only limited to that, you can have Google Meet to be getting extended if it's been verified with your YouTube channel. Then you can have live stream option available out there inside your Google Meet. So that's how it is wonderful. It makes your channel publishing easier to interact and collaborate with your set of users and customers, providing you as an analytics of those videos as well. So analytics in terms of who has seen those videos, how many times, who liked it, who commented it, who loved it. So those are kind of analytics you can very well see from the background. Then the another tool is Google Keep. Google Keep is an online available platform to take and receive notes. We all are human beings. We all tend to forget the things. So that's where Google Keep as a noting platform comes into the place and helps to all of us. So it can have things like notes in terms of text, lists, list of notes, images, visuals, audio and video inputs. It can be shared. So that's how it can become a collaborative. It can be real time and online and readily available. So you can have the checkered icon next to your sign out button, which is having all these majorly listed tools available readily. You can pull it from there and start using it. Just for drawing, if somebody or if some of you may have aware of it or not, you need to fire in the URL as I mentioned you during our talks. Now, that's all from me. I have run through this basic set of tools. Now, I'll be putting up this open to all of you. Give me a second, please. To post across your set of question inputs as well, because many of us are here together to see and to learn new things right from our own collaborative wall as well. So I would encourage you to start putting up your queries inside the chat box available. Meanwhile, I will be requesting Tejal ma'am and Naresh bhai to give a quick heads up to all of the people available out here.
Thank you, Ashish bhai. It was a wonderful presentation. Sorry for, I don't know, something was wrong with my mic. So it was very informative. Yes, anybody is having a question? I think TG sir was asking. TG sir, you were asking something regarding.
Yes, Ashish ji, good evening. My name is Traveler Ji, and I'm presently in Bangalore, but stay in Erkard of Tamil Nadu. My question was, sir, I've noticed that Microsoft Word gives us the border facility. When we take it to Google Sheet, Google Dot, we miss the border. There are few compatibility problems like that. Of course, it's all minor when you look at the major facilities or benefits like real-time collaboration and etc. etc. There are so many plus points, but what I have noticed, a couple of such features. What I remember is border in Microsoft Doc Word. It doesn't work when we migrate to. That's just for your information. So if we have any solution for that, then I would love to understand and learn it. So that is the only point. Wonderful presentation, G. I mean, you are a thorough G Suite person. The knowledge level just overflows out over the 100%. So congratulations and thanks for your valuable time. Beautiful.
My pleasure, sir.
Just really beautiful. And that one question in the questionnaire, would you like to have workshops? Yes, we would like to. But in physical can be one day. But then when we are talking virtual, I don't feel more than 1 hour of real-time technology talking. People may get tired because a lot of brain is needed to get into the depth. This is maybe I am wrong, but that's my feedback. Thanks a lot. And Naresh ji, or one of you who has made the form, I would request there are certain repetitions, one, and certain Gmail ID can be kept optional, whereas anyway connect ID can be given and then we can communicate. I feel sometimes when I do with the email ID, many of the times Google asks me, why are you keeping Gmail ID as a local case? So
thank you very much, sir.
Just for your information, so Gmail ID has been repeated in the form, just for your information. Thank you very much, Naresh and Naresh ji, and all our colleague attendees. Congratulations for listening to such a valuable valuable theme, topic, and the session. And with your permission, sir, since we have another session at 6 o'clock, kindly allow us to. Some of us may have to move out. Thanks a lot once again, and all the best. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Really encouraging your words to all of us. And I would like to add up something out here. This is just the basic, I would say, overview kind of thing. Post coming, or rather in future times, we'll be scheduling another deep dives for various, addressing various tools vis-a-vis with your situations and your cases to be addressed, how those tools can be useful to your cases, to your environment, and to your situations.
Wonderful idea. Congratulations. We would love to be a part of that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, anybody else?
This is Ajit here. I have a couple of questions. Can I go for it?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, please, sir.
I have a question. Ashish bhai, this is a wonderful presentation. I'm really into it. The one
Pleasure,
question,
Ajit.
important question is this available offline? The entire toolbox, tools? Or we
No.
need an internet connection to work on that?
You need an internet connection. However, for Gmail and couple of other things, you can have offline tools, which is, you can call it as an extension available inside your Google Chrome browser, which enables you to work offline. And the moment you will have internet connectivity, it goes to online. So it
Okay,
works.
so when we go online, it gets published.
Yeah.
That's what. Okay. And what is the minimum configuration required for the machine or mobile?
I mean, it works on to any damn, available mobile phones, smartphones rather, to be very precise.
In terms of capacity?
In terms of capacity, data is going inside your Google account.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to worry about the capacity in terms of installing those apps onto your mobile phones. That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Ashish bhai. Thanks a lot. This is a wonderful presentation.
Thank you, Ajit.
Yeah.
Yes, next. Hello. Naresh bhai?
Yes, Tejal bhai.
Any question, Ahmad? Is there any question in chat box?
Only TG sir have a question.
Hello, sir. I'm Pramod.
Yes, Pramod.
Yeah, sir. If we are suppose in using Google Drive, any possibility for virus attack for from we are suppose using from any other PC from internet cafe or some anywhere else? Any possibility is there for we are sharing the data from PC to Google Drive?
Sorry, I'm not clear about your question or query.
Because now any other possibility is there for we are copying data from Google Drive from any other PC like internet cafe or somewhere.
Okay, let me put it in this way. Probably it could not be the exact response to your question. However, I would like to put it in this way. Majority throughout my experience, what I typically observed is the Microsoft, or rather the platform Microsoft Office, is largely using the Visual Basic macros and Visual Basic infrastructure, which enables hackers and which enables penetrators to penetrate inside your data in terms of those Visual Basic scripts or basic script viruses, to be more precise, which is very well eliminated in terms of Google Docs or any of the Google tools. One part. Second part, as you mentioned, if you would have uploaded your existing Microsoft Word file to your Google Drive and you are trying to open it into Google Docs, it will very much open. However, it generates another version of it as in Google Docs version of it, which eventually you can download or you can export in terms of your Google, or sorry, rather your Microsoft DocX kind of platform, or RTF, that is rich text format. So all of these formats does not carry any kind of macro or any kind of script viruses inside it. So that's how safe.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now I would like to ask my question. Nowadays we are doing online teaching, right? So we are having normally 40 students, 40 to 45 students per class. So if I am starting a lecture, I have a high speed internet. That is not a problem. But what kind of students, those who are not having PC, they are using mobile phone. What is the speed of internet they require? Over.
Yeah, to be more precise with your queries, Google Meet as a platform which requires basic 2 Mbps kind of connectivity, which is very much available with any sort of telecom service provider in terms of the data packages. So 2 MB is the proper speed available, or 2 MB pipe, which requires to traverse this text, vis-a-vis audio and video data to travel on. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna, Tejal Ben.
Jai Shri Krishna, welcome.
Jai Shri Krishna, Naresh Bhai.
My question
Jai
is,
Shri Krishna.
when we are attending
Yes,
this
Rosina.
meetup, how much MB is spent? Because I attend 1 or 2 meetups in 1 hour and I get message more than 80% of your data is used. So exactly how much data is used for 1 hour meetups?
In 1 hour meetup, you need to calculate with your 2 Mbps of minimum consumption. So all in all, if I would share my experience during this initial days of the lockdown, I've been stuck up at my native place, which is kind of a small town. I was having my Reliance Jio connectivity. That's mobile phone I'm talking about. What I did is I was having consumed my daily limit within probably an hour, as you rightly mentioned. So what I had done is I have added a top-up plan with my existing plan of Jio connectivity, which enables me to extend and to participate into those webinars or those calls. And that's how I was tackling the situation. So 1 hour can very well consume up to your 50% or rather 60% of the data.
Okay, because even I have Geo plan, and before the lockdown, luckily in the month of January, I took full year package, Geo's internet package and talk time, and my this internet is hardly used. Only during the meetups, now I use for 1 hour, and sometime now today we have 4 to 5 meetups. So
Right.
then I go to my Wi-Fi also because the internet gets over.
Yeah. So this is something for all of us to get aware about. The Reliance Jio has introduced a plan called work from home, just 251 bucks, 251 rupees, additional 2 GB of data daily for 51 days. So that means you can have your regular data along with it. That's yes, perfect, Pramod ji. That's Jio 251 work from home plan, which you can charge within your MyJio app. And that's how I have handled the scenario. Thank you very much.
Yes, next.
Thank you, sir. I was not aware of this. I will check it. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Anil sir, you are going to ask something?
Right. That's what I was saying. First of all, it's a very wonderful presentation and very informative. My sincere congratulations to both of you. And आशीष भाई बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका. मैं हिंदी में बोल रहा हूँ ताकि हमारे
धन्यवाद अनिल जी.
Right, sir. However, I'll be requesting a couple of things which I've missed because of engagement Naresh bhai made. So I'll be. बढ़िया म्यूजिक है. अच्छा म्यूजिक था.
That's Sholay tune I'm keeping on my mobile phone.
Good.
people call it very oldies. but it really encourages me to keep such a tone in place. It's my favorite and R.D. Burman's favorite. Thank you.
No, all the big motivator and professional lecturers, givers, I mean, they used to have all the speakers used to have some energizer, and that's what you are carrying. This is how we wipe the negative energy out of the session. However, everybody gets enacted and everybody come alert and enjoy. And this is how the learning will go seamlessly. That's a wonderful tool which we are using, sir. I'm really thankful.
Sir.
Since we missed a couple of point of your session, so I suppose though it's a very peanut thing, we must be getting out of it. हम लोग को recording मिलेगी ना भाई?
जी
sure मिलेगी.
चलो बस जय गुजरात.
Jai Gujarat. Now, Ashish Bhai, there is a question from Isha. Her battery is low, so she has sent me a message on the WhatsApp. Her question was, I want to ask that chat, which meetup version to be used if I want to record meeting and how to put on YouTube live. Question from Isha, London.
Okay.
And also, also she has typed another question. Also, how to make someone else admin to mute others.
Okay.
Over.
Okay. So let's break it off into pieces. So first question was, as I understood correctly, she wants to understand about the recording of the Google Meet call.
Yeah.
So recording of Google Meet call is only and only available in G Suite Enterprise version. One part. What's the second question was there?
Her second question was how to make someone else admin to mute others.
Okay. The organizer of the Google Meet call becomes an administrator. So the organizer needs to log into first, so that organizer by default having the feature in place in Google Meet that whomsoever is coming on board joining the call, by default they are going into mute mode. The moment somebody wants to talk, they need to unmute themselves and start talking about.
Okay.
Sir,
Thank you.
sir, you missed the second part of the first question, the YouTube live question.
Yeah, how to put in YouTube.
Yeah.
She had asked.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I missed out that second part. There is something called the YouTube channel, which you need to verify along with that particular Google account. And then that enterprise Google account will enables you your YouTube live streaming vis-a-vis. It enables that particular Google account to publish those videos onto your YouTube channels, onto that enterprise G Suite platform.
So you mean we have to log in to the YouTube channel from our G Suite account, right?
Right.
Thank you.
So this recording, can we send in Gmail, and does it get deleted after some time, or it remains? Suppose if you are sending me in Gmail account, my account, for how much time the recording is saved in Gmail, or it gets deleted? Because someone said me within 24 hours the recording is deleted.
No, having said that, this Google Meet as in a recording option, as I mentioned earlier, it's only and only available into enterprise version of G Suite account. One part. Second part, if I talk about recording of the call, that is very much preserved inside your very own Google Drive, which can be published onto the YouTube directly from the Google Drive. And thirdly, the moment you publish it onto YouTube channel, it's available for all set of users to whomsoever you are sharing those videos.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Ashish bhai. Thank you very much.
Yes, Anil bhai.
Thank you very much, Ashish bhai. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anilji.
Anybody else?
But I have got another meeting, so kindly allow me. क्षमा चाहता हूं.
Sir, I have one more question now because we have any other platform for earning other than YouTube in Google Suite?
Sorry, I'm not clear about your query.
Because in that YouTube we have published the video and we can get the earnings. Money, earnings.
Earnings. Oh, okay.
Okay. In other than any other platform is available in Google Suite like earnings, getting.
So you are talking about earnings, money?
Yes.
Yes.
He's asking YouTube we can earn. Is there any other platform in Google where we can earn money?
No. Yeah, sure. That's the question.
There are a couple of angle to it. Let me put it in this way. Google is having, I forgot the service, which needs to be integrated as in Google, not Analytics. I forgot its name. I think it's Google advertisement, but it is having some specific name. AdSense.
Okay.
Your AdSense to be connected with your YouTube account vis-a-vis your website, that's your webmaster account and your website. So in all ways, these has to be integrated with your AdSense account, and it has to be approved by Googlers. Then and then only you can start earning onto your published material, published videos, or anything like that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Sir, I have a and if I have any future questions, can I get your number so I can contact you?
I have shared across this particular slide.
Yeah, in the end of the presentation, it's shown. I saved it.
Right. Perfect.
How to increase our YouTube watchers? How to increase? If you are having a YouTube, some have thousands and so many. How to increase it? YouTube likers who like our video and all. Any tip for that, sir?
Okay, a bit tricky, but I would like to address it in terms of this way. For example, you may have your known and probably your circle limited to set of users, which you need to publish to those set of users and encourage them, empower them, get them enthusiastic about your published videos and your published trainings so that they can be the cultivator of your popularity. Your popularity in terms of those likes, comments, or dislikes, whatsoever it could be.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.
Hello, sir. My name is Nikunj. I am from Valsad,
Yes,
near
Nikunj,
Bilimora.
please.
अभी हम जब से लॉकडाउन शुरू हुआ है तब से लेके 15 दिन के बाद YouTube में हम 480 पिक्सल से ज्यादा क्लियरिटी के वीडियो नहीं देख सकते. उसका कोई सॉल्यूशन?
It is based on your internet connectivity. It is something like you can have SD and HD. SD, that means
No, sir. Right now, I have a very strong connection of Jio prepaid mobile, and there is only desktop way to we can watch HD channels. Any video you can try on YouTube mobile. There is 480 pixel only is there. No no HD video. Any video on YouTube.
Tejal ma'am or Naresh bhai, do you have any understanding about this?
Sir, in the lockdown section, the YouTube, maybe the lockdown section, the YouTube allow that restrictions about that.
Oh, okay. During this special lockdown period, YouTube have put down this barrier.
They put on some restrictions about the video quality. I saw on the newspaper all.
Fantastic. Come on.
But there is no any official news or any new post on any news any official video on Google News or anything else.
It's available. I saw.
It must be there because Google never does anything without user notice.
Actually,
if I put that in Hindi, Google जो भी करता है डंके की चोट पे करता है.
Hello.
That's my experience. Yes, please.
Actually, I'm Jose J. Benjamin from Central Tamil Nadu, India.
Yes, hi Jose.
Regarding the 480 pixel, actually, from corporate side, there is a request raised to Google because most of the people nowadays, they are working from home. It is while watching social medias, it is consuming more data. So for reduce the data size of when they are using social medias, and now the Google has limited to 480 pixels. So it saves users data, and they keep on working from their home. It is because of the connective network data to save the data. Thank you.
Network correct. That means. Anything else?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Now, can you please share access contact? Raj, just now I am on a PC. I will share it afterwards. Just now I am on PC. I don't have just now. Okay. Can we have a short introduction?
Yeah, we are already pending about the introduction section, Tejal ma'am.
Okay, sure. We will start from Digitol. Who is Digitol? Please unmute your mic and give your introduction.
Yeah, this is Digitol from Trichy, Tamil Nadu. I am local guide of level 10. It's a useful guide for the G suits. Very useful. Thank you.
Okay. Let me give a short introduction of Ashish Desai. Can I, Ashish bhai?
Please.
Okay. Actually, it was I have to give the introduction in the beginning, but sorry, there was something problem with my mics. So today we are very lucky to have Ashish bhai with us. He is a member of Computer Society and Technology Expert Specialist into Cloud Computing Technology. Today, he has shared his knowledge about the G Suite, and definitely I have increased my knowledge, and it will be useful for my online teaching also. So hope you all are also enjoying. He is having 18 plus years experience in the field of IT technology. Thank you, Ashish bhai. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. Now next is Jose. Jose, please give your introduction.
Hello, I am Jose J. Benjamin, level 8 local guide from Central Tamil Nadu, India. Actually, I am working in IT field for the past 4 years. I am just 25 years old, and that's all about me. And I want to appreciate each and everyone behind this wonderful session. It was a most needed session actually, because nowadays we are using G Suite more and more due to this lockdown. It is very much useful for us, but we need to know more than this G-Suite nowadays, because it will help in our daily days if we know much more about this. And I want to thank you everyone. I also want to thank Tejal for hosting such a wonderful meetup. Thank you, Tejal.
Thank you, Jose, for your kind words. Now, Kishore Bali, please unmute your mic and give your introduction.
Hello everyone, Kishore Mali from Ahmedabad, Gujarat, level 8 local guide. Thanks for sharing information about G-Suite. Thank you Ashish Bhai and thank you Tejal Ben for hosting this wonderful meetup.
Thank you so much. Naresh Bhai, should we require your introduction?
No, please.
Everyone knows
Hello
Naresh
friends,
Bhai.
I am Suresh Darji, level 9 local guide from Gujarat.
Thank you so much, Naresh Bhai, Amrish Bhai, Deepak, and Raju Royal for always giving me support. Thank you so much from bottom of my heart. Now, Nikunj Patel, please unmute your mic and give your introduction. Apne to Valsadi.
હેલો સર માય નેમ ઇઝ નિકુંજ પટેલ આઈ એમ અત્યારે તો લોકડાઉનમાં ઘરેથી કામ કરે છે આઠમા લોકલ ગાઈડ પર છું લેવલ 8 પર છું અને તેજલ મેમ નરેશભાઈ જોડે મુલાકાત થઈ છે અને ઘણીવાર મીટઅપમાં બધી જગ્યાએ અમે સાથે હોય છે મારી પહેલી તેજલબેન જોડેની પહેલી મીટઅપ હતી તિથલના બીચ પર જેમાં પહેલી વાર અમારી મુલાકાત થઈ હતી ત્યારબાદ નરેશભાઈ જોડે અમે નરેશભાઈ આવ્યા હતા ત્યારે મુલાકાત થઈ હતી અમારી અને હા બ્લાઇન્ડ સ્કૂલમાં ત્યાં પણ અમે મીટઅપના કારણથી જ અમે ત્યાં મળ્યા હતા ત્યાં વાપીથી પ્રિયંકાબેન પણ આવેલા હતા અને મુલાકાત થઈ રાજુભાઈ અને એમના રાજુભાઈ જોડે પણ મુલાકાત થઈ હતી અમારી.
Okay, thank you. Now, Pramod MG, please unmute your mic and give your introduction.
Hi, good evening, all. I'm Pramod MG from Kerala, Trivandrum. I'm Google Local Guide Level 8. It's a very wonderful session about that Google G Suite and all. In nowadays, we can add more about that Google G Suite and features. Anyway, thank you for hosting this meetup and thank you Ashish sir and Tejal ma'am. It's a wonderful session about that. A nice day.
Thank you so much, Pramod. Now it is Raj Patil. Please unmute your mic.
Hello everyone, my name is Raj Patil. I am level 6 local guide. This is I guess my third or fourth meetup. And this one was a wonderful session. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Welcome.
Thank you. Raju Bhai. Hello, Raju Bhai. Okay, Raju Bhai is having some mic issue. Raju Bhai is a local guide from Rajkot, and he is a level 8 local guide from Rajkot, Gujarat. Okay. Now, Rosie ma'am, please unmute your mic and give your introduction.
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Rosie Kohli, local guide level 7 from Mumbai. And thank you Tejal Bhan and Ashish Bhai. It was a lovely session. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Would like to ask you, Rosie ma'am, which area from Mumbai?
Sorry? I'm from Andheri.
Andheri. Oh, fantastic.
4 bungalows.
I spent 14 years in Mumbai.
Where? Which area, sir?
I started staying from Goregaon, Jawaharnagar. Then I was to Andheri 7 bungalows. Then last was at this Borivali.
Okay. I go to Gurdwara 7 bungalows and at present I'm at 4 bungalows since 26 years. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Shruti, B of India, please give your introduction.
Namaskar, I am Shruti from Mumbai, Borivali, level 10 local guide. Thank you.
Tejas Bhai. Hello, Tejas Bhai.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, myself Tejas Jani. I am from Ahmedabad and level 9 local guide. Thank you.
Okay. Now, Naresh bhai, over to you.
Thank you so much, Ashish bhai, for this wonderful session. And thanks to everyone for joining with us. We are now closing this meetup. If you want to join our next knowledge sharing session, please check the link in the chat session.
Okay.
Again, thank you, Ashish bhai.
Thank you, Tejal ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Ma'am, Tejal, ma'am.
Yes.
Since TG sir is not here, can you say what is his real name? I don't know.
Sorry to interrupt you guys. Just to stop this recording and then you start conversing internally.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm just disconnecting from the call.